always feel like I have nothing to wear, so this week we're going a little bit different and doing something sewing adjacent, and we're going to start clearing out this absolute dumpster fire of a wardrobe that has been literal chaos for 2 months and makes me not want to step inside it at all. We also have the cutest little helpers helping us out today. Apparently Pogue has an itch on his butt. Okay. Hair is up, we have our fuel, so now it's time to get started, and honestly don't even know where to start, which is why I've been putting this off, because it's been this bad for at least 2 months. We used to have the littlies in our bedroom, so we had the bassinet and the cot in here, and then our 9-month-old at the time started pulling herself up on the side of the bassinet, so she had to go in the cot, which meant we had to move her brother into a single bed, so they needed their own room. And we just kind of shoved everything in our wardrobe because we're in a tiny house. There isn't much space. Hence why my sewing space is our dining room. It's tiny. I haven't done anything with it. It just kind of got shoved in there and we forgot about it. So on top of having no idea what I actually own clothing-wise, aside from the things that I literally live in every day, I don't know what else is in here. There is stuff up the top from God knows when. I have clothes from before I got pregnant with my 2-year-old son that I need to get rid of because I don't need that negativity in my life. I'm not going to be back in that size, and even when I am, I may not even like those clothes, so why hold on to them? Get rid of them, buy new stuff, or make new stuff. Make new stuff if I do get back to that size. But I'm not putting that kind of pressure on myself by keeping things in my wardrobe. It's not healthy. It screws with your brain knowing that there is teeny tiny clothing that you used to fit in and look real good in. That's not going to fit you. And even if you get that small again, chances are it's not going to fit you because your body's changed. You've been through 2 pregnancies since then. Rest in peace to the days where I could just wear a pair of skinny jeans and a t-shirt with no bra and feel free as a bird. Those days are long gone because the girls don't sit where they used to. So the chances of me ever getting back to a point where I can go braless, slim to none, which makes me really sad because I really loved those days. But we're going off on a tangent here. I'm going to start pulling stuff out and dumping it on the bed where Mr. Pogie is going to oversee. And he's going to try and keep me on track because most of the time when I do tasks like this, I get halfway through and I lose all of my motivation and I don't want to continue. And then everything's just piled on my bed and I want to cry. So hopefully my lovely babies can stop me from streaming tears throughout this process, and we're going to get a list of things that I need for my wardrobe, things that can go because we don't need them. And hopefully I have a better organized wardrobe by the end of this. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's go. Excuse me. Bags. Foam roller. Do I exercise? No. Do I have one? Yes. Giant ass plastic container. Pilates ball. I'll just put that there because the dog will eat it if I don't. What is in this bag, Boggy? What is in the bag? What is in the bag? Kisses? Oh, yeah. Oh. Thank you. Why is going through old baby clothing so... This is so tiny. She wore this. God damn it. Donate. It doesn't fit her. This is clean but covered in animal fur. I made this. It has cute little llama prints on it. I drafted this skirt pattern and I made it, and there's no way it's going to fit me now, and it's really, really cute. It does have an exposed zipper because I ain't very good with zips, but I feel like somebody might find this cute if I donate it. These are from a wedding that we went to back in October, and I still haven't washed them. But I need to wash them and then donate them because there's no way I'm ever going to wear it again. But I made myself a jumpsuit, and my daughter had the cutest dress. She looked so cute in it. She might want to hold on to that. I do not want to hold on to the jumpsuit, so I'm just going to start pulling stuff out, and I think once we have a nice big pile, I might meet you guys back here, because there's a lot. Like, a lot. Let's set it on. Just a beam on you and I. Love is only a feeling. These two shirts I love, but they don't quite fit. So I think what I'm gonna do, because this one is full of holes, I'm gonna unpick this one and use it as a pattern to make a new one, and maybe just size it up a little bit. And I'll probably do the same with this one, because I love the fit of it, but the fabric itself I don't like as much as I thought I did when I bought it. I mean, I had very limited options. It was a Kmart shirt. It was after having, God, was it Albert or Teddy? I don't know, one of them. Anyway, I bought it then. There wasn't much to choose from. This was the nicest one, but I don't actually really love the fabric. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull it apart and use it as a pattern. This is another one that I've worn to death. It's even got bleach marks on it from when I used to bleach my hair and do the vivid colors. Again, I don't wear it. I mean, I love the cut of it, but it's just so old and worn now, and I have other t-shirts. So I think I'm gonna use it as a pattern to try making my own t-shirts, because in all honesty, the ones that I buy tend to wear through very, very quickly. Again, that can go on the pile to unpick and use it as a template and find some nice fabric that I actually enjoy wearing against my body, because I am a fussy bitch. I've gone through most of it. I have a pile that needs to go to donation, because there was like 2 bags of baby clothes in here. I've got some that I'm keeping for Teddy, and I've got a big ass pile that needs to go in the laundry. So I'm gonna go throw the laundry pile out there and clear some space, and then I'm gonna work on the boxes that my partner has shoved in here that are full of electronic stuff. So, okay, I found treasure, and they're really, really heavy, so give me a second. I got rid of all of my books a long time ago, and I only kept the really, really special ones. So I have the works of Edgar Allan Poe, collector's edition of Jane Eyre. I've never read it. It's just pretty. I like pretty things. The Wizard of Oz, which has beautiful pages all throughout it. Potentially my absolute favorite one, because, well, I've read one of these. I haven't actually read all of the stories. I do need to do that, but I also need to read this when the kids aren't around, because their grabby little hands will ruin my book. And it is just too beautiful to ruin. Gold-leafed works of Cthulhu. Obsessed. We also have the complete works of Sherlock Holmes. Again, gold leafing. Absolutely stunning. And the last one, Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland. Again, it's got some beautiful illustrations in here. At some point, it's just stunning. These are the only books that I keep. I used to hoard paperbacks like no tomorrow. Woo, almost dropped all my babies. Yeah, used to hoard paperbacks like no tomorrow, but when you live in a small house with multiple humans, little humans that need space, I don't have anywhere to store these things. So I had to get rid of a lot of my books, and I've just kept the really special ones. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I have a lot of regrets, because as predicted, I don't want to deal with this now that it's all out of my wardrobe. But I also have no choice, because now it's on my bed. I can, however, ignore it for a little bit longer and go and get something to eat because it's midday and I haven't eaten yet today. So I think I might go enjoy myself some like coffee and food and come back to this with hopefully more energy. Could go either way. I could come back to this with less energy.
2,000 years later.
I think I have most of it organized. I have a massive pile that needs to go for donations. Couple of things I'm keeping. This, it's too small for me, but it is a beautiful pair of overalls that I loved wearing. So I'm going to pull it apart and see if I can size it up. And if not, then I have the smaller pattern pieces if I ever get there again. PJ pants that are 2 sizes too small for me at the moment, but I know I said I'm not keeping anything that's too small for me. However, PJ pants are the caveat, because if I do get down to that size, PJ pants are comfy. Why go spend more money when I can just use ones I already own? And they're fine. They're not going to make me feel bad about myself. So I'm just going to hide them in the back of the wardrobe. This pile is painting clothes. My sugar glider jumpsuit is now in that pile because it has a massive blue dye stain on it. I threw that in the wash and didn't realize that my 10-year-old's tie-dye t-shirt was in there, which was totally on me. I can't get that stain out, so they're now relegated to painting clothes. And I need painting clothes because if I have my way, mid-year there will be a project that involves paints. So, got that there, so that just needs to go up in the cupboard somewhere. I have a lot of stuff. There are a lot of stuffed toys and things, so I'm just going to pop them in the kids' room. I found this dress, which is just a little skater style dress. I'm really hesitant to get rid of this because the first photo I have of my 10-year-old, she had barely implanted when I was pregnant. And I wore this to Comic-Con, and I have a photo with some of the cast of Stargate Atlantis wearing this while I was pregnant with her. So it's a little bit of a sentimental one, and I'm thinking I might put it in her wardrobe because it's just a lady's size medium. She might end up being that size eventually, and I think it would be cute if she could wear the dress that is the dress that I was wearing when the first picture of her was taken, even though she wasn't Earthside, she was within me, but like, you know, it's sentimental, it's cute. I've got 2 bags of crochet yarn and projects over there that I need to put back up in the cupboard, but make sure I know where they are because I have a habit of losing my crochet stuff, so if I make sure I take a mental note of where I put them in the cupboard, that will help. But that's essentially cleaned out, so I'm just going to get to organising, putting everything where it needs to go. Oh, there's cat hair in my lip. I'm also baking bread at the same time, so my bread is currently rising, and I need to deal with the dough when that goes off in half an hour. I mostly have my bed back. Everything has been organized and put where it needs to go. My wardrobe is as clean as it's gonna get because I really don't want to do anymore. I'm not aiming for perfect. I'm just aiming for organized and space. So I think we've achieved that. I still need to go through my actual clothing that I have left hanging up. I'm going to try and ruthlessly throw out all of the t-shirts that I've been hoarding as pajama tops that have holes in them because I don't need to hold on to things with holes in them. A little bit excessive. But I also have a very maximalist personality type when it comes to my wardrobe. I am a little bit of a hoarder. I've got to go through my handmade stuff and figure out if I want to actually keep it all or if I want to get rid of some of it. Because there are a couple of things that I've made that since making them, I haven't really worn all that much. So they're taking up space in my wardrobe when I could have things that I wear all the time in there. But I need a break before I continue doing stuff because I am exhausted. So I think I might wait until later to try all that stuff on and figure that out. In the meantime, I did bake some bread in between doing all of this. So I'm waiting for that to come out of the oven so that I can have fresh bread. And seriously, somebody please stop me because if nobody stops me, I'm going to eat an entire loaf to myself. I did make 2. but fresh bread is my weakness. I'm a girl, I love my carbs. Some of this stuff does actually need to be thrown out still, but my partner's side of the wardrobe is done. And then we have up the top with all my bags and stuff. I've got some extra space. I still have to go through all of that stuff later. While I am wearing different clothing, it is actually the same day. I just actually had a wash and got dressed for the day. It is almost time for the kids to go to bed though, which means it is almost time for me to finish this video. Ugh. This is what we got left. Now, granted, this is what I would classify as non-sleepwear clothing. Anything that I typically wear for bed, so like plain t-shirts that either have staining on them or just aren't publicly acceptable, are still in my wardrobe. There's not too many of them, but there are a couple. I'm so sorry, but if you can hear the baby losing it in the background, it's because she didn't have an afternoon nap. So we have the green dress that I made that goes with the floral stays, and obviously that is staying because even though I have not worn it out in public yet, it is really, really cute. And I do like it. So that one is definitely staying. We also have this dress that I made by pattern hacking. Very, very cute, very comfy. I have actually worn this a couple of times, so that one is definitely staying. This one, my pretty skirt that I tried to recreate a Pinterest pin that I found. Staying. I have worn this and it is cute. Not my best work, like the finishes where the zip is, it's a little rough. But that being said, I do still like it, so it is staying. This one, I hate it. I actually hate it. I thought I could style it. I thought I could save it. Turns out I can't, and I just really don't want to wear it because I have not touched this since I finished it. So that one is going to go. My Christmas shirt from, not the Christmas just bin, I think it was the one before. This is staying. It is under the sea themed and they're all wearing Santa hats and Santa is a mermaid, and that's like, this one just makes me happy. It has whales on it. It's got little hammerhead sharks wearing Santa hats, and I love sharks. I don't want to come across a shark, which is why I do not enter the sea or the ocean under any circumstances. I don't swim in those bodies of water. However, I do love sharks. I think they're really cute. I think they're kind of incredible fish, and I like them. So that one is staying. Wrong pile. This one I crocheted, I honestly don't even know when. I think it was probably about 5 years ago at this point. I did pass it on to a friend of mine at one stage, and it has made its way back to me. And to be honest, coming into cooler weather here, it's just a cute little shrug style top, and I will probably wear it. So it can stay in my wardrobe, I guess. So we're just gonna leave this one on while I finish this up. I have two of the exact same pair of pants. So these are the same pattern, two different fabrics. I have my bunny denim tencel and my yarn dyed woven cotton. And these were the ME 2028 pants. So I made the top in the stripes last video. This is the pants that goes with that top pattern. And they are actually very comfy. I've worn both of them a couple of times. Honestly, I like the length that I hemmed these to better than I like the bunny ones, but I like the look of the bunny ones better. Basically, these have pockets on the back that I placed in the worst way. They're too small, they sit too high up on my bum, so they look ridiculous. And I don't find the fabric that comfortable. I love the look of the pattern, I just don't find the fabric that comfortable. So I think I might actually pass these ones on, which makes me really sad because I was super proud of them, but I just don't wear them. The only times I've actually worn these are when I was filming a video and I wore them for the video. So it's no point hoarding clothing I'm not actually wearing. The bunny ones, on the other hand, I could probably just turn them up a little bit more. I'll hold on to them a little bit longer. This is one of 3 plain black t-shirts that I own, and that's pretty much all I have in the way of basic tops. Basics is where my wardrobe is incredibly lacking, and that is one thing I do need to work on, either by thrifting or making. I need to focus on my basics because I've made a lot of really funky bottoms, skirts, things like that. I don't have anything to wear them with. That is something I need to focus on very soon. It's high on the priority list, is my basics. I do love this jacket. This is the Heather Blazer by Friday Pattern Company. And it's just, honestly, I've made it 3 times. All 3 of them have been corduroy. This is the one I've kept. I had a mustard yellow corduroy with a small red toadstool print on it, and that was really cute, but it ended up being too small for me and I passed it on to someone who would wear it. I made a blue corduroy version for my best friend, and then I made this one for myself. I think it's probably a little bit small for me at this point, but I am going to hold on to this because I haven't really got any other nice jackets, and this is my only option. So if I go anywhere and it's a little bit cooler, I need a jacket. So I can probably still make this work. So we're going to hold on to her. And then lastly, I do have just 2 basic cozy jumpers that are obviously staying because we're about to hit cold temperatures here in Melbourne. Something cozy to wear is going to be a necessity. I really need to think about what patterns and colours I enjoy wearing, because that purple was not it. I did not like that on myself. I do really enjoy fun and kind of quirky prints and colours. I find them really fun to wear, they make me happy, so I think that's a good idea to add more into my wardrobe. Kind of like if I could find a way to mash my style so that it kind of screams Miss Frizzle but also sticks really closely to my gremlin mode that I tend to rock when I'm around the house, that's probably an ideal situation for me. I also need my basics to catch up. I need more basics in my wardrobe, so I think I need to focus on making some tank tops, some t-shirts, things like that. Nice comfy tops that maybe look a little bit more elevated. So I know I have the pattern for the Adrian blouse by Friday Pattern Company. I think that's one that I'm going to have to bump up the to make list. With all of that in mind, I think we have a pretty clear game plan. I think the next step is going to be thrifting or op shopping, as we say in Australia, and seeing if I can find some secondhand treasures. Once I've done that, work out what gaps I still need to fill and make a game plan. I also need to make a couple more pairs of PJ pants because the 2 remaining pairs that I have that I bought from Target are starting to fall apart. I do have fabrics already set aside for that, so that'll probably be coming up shortly where I do another 2 pairs of PJ pants. I think that's pretty much it. With all that being said, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.